Order. You're out of order, Harold. I just want to very briefly clarify this issue of the input of the three board members, myself, Janet and Barbara, into the first version of the budget, which the one that we rejected. That budget, we were never sent a printout or provided with a printout of that budget. It wasn't mailed to us, it wasn't faxed to us, it wasn't even emailed to us.
Or handed to us.
Or handed to us.
So we could go home and look at it.
All right. Instead, what happened was we received a summons from the office manager to come up to the office at a pre-appointed time. We were assigned, each of us, I think, between 15 and 20 minutes in total to look.
It's not alive.
To look at that at the budget, which up to that point we had not set eyes upon. We were not even allowed to make a photocopy of that budget in the office. We were not even allowed to take notes regarding that budget when we had a look at it. Those were the conditions that were imposed upon us. That is the three board members, myself, Janet, and Barbara. We therefore, and when I say we, I'm speaking for Barbara and myself, I cannot remember it, then decided that we would not bother to accept that humiliating offer. We were not going to go up to the office and spend between 15-20 minutes just being allowed to look and peruse the budget without being given the chance to make a photocopy with any one page or to take any notes. It was so ridiculous to impose those conditions upon us, we refused outright to agree to them. That's why,
because there was a taser up there?
That's why, no. I'm not intimidated personally by tasers. But bottom line is we were not prepared to submit to those conditions, therefore we did not see the budget, and we didn't have any input to it either. And even if we had tried to suggest some input, I doubt very much whether much attention would have been paid to our input. Okay.
Does anyone have anything else? Oh wait, there's somebody in the back.
Can you stand up, sir? We can't hear you.
I'm one of the snowbirds, I guess. And one of the things that has concerned me all the way through the process that I've witnessed over the last 3 years is that the only time I've had any communication is at the annual budget meeting process, and then I get a copy of what the budget is. Is there any thought of actually possibly emailing minutes of meetings, emailing materials? You pass things out today, and I think it's very helpful, and it's obvious that you're working very hard at this. But I think particularly those of us who don't live here year-round would really like to have more.
Could I just say this to you very quickly? Since taking on the job of secretary from the start of this year, January the 5th onwards, I've been actually focusing on trying to collect as many email addresses from owners as possible. I'm sorry, I didn't know your name, sir.
My name's David Scholheimer. I should have said that.
Okay, if you would possibly see me at the end of the meeting and just give me your up-to-date contact information, your current phone number, email address, etc. Also, if there's anybody here who has not submitted their email address to me specifically, would you kindly do so at the end of the meeting? I would appreciate that. That way, in answer to your question, yes, we can email the initial, let's say, draft of the budget in order to get feedback from the owners, and we hope to do that most definitely. Tony.
One more question. Maybe Tony could explain it. Our insurance is probably going to be about $200,000.
No, it's not going to be that high, but go ahead.
Okay, but with the old budget, the one they proposed, they have to pay for it every month, just like we're going to have to pay for it every month. There isn't money to come out and say, we got $150,000, we're going to pay this insurance. We don't have it. So it's just every single board has to pay it on a monthly basis.
Well,
That's the way it is.
Darlene,
That's
I
a
don't
lot of
want to
money.
disagree with you, but 10 years ago, or maybe 5 years ago, or whatever, that was not the case. So
Yeah.
when it was an $80,000 bill, the check was being able to be written.
Yeah.
So it's possible, you just have to prepare for it. That is true. That is a fact. That was only the first thing I said that was true? Oh, okay. Thank you. It's the first thing. Why did not let Bill spend on the budget? Oh, yeah, we're going to show you the IRS penalties. He's
All right,
certified
excuse me,
already.
everybody. We have to move on. It's already, it's after 9:30. We've been here an hour and a half. Let's try and wrap this meeting up as soon as possible. The chairman would like to introduce the next item on the agenda.
Okay. And that is any other business. Nobody? No questions?
Is there absolutely no questions, comments anybody wants to make? Excuse me, the lady at the back.
I'm Mary Simon from 316 Bristol. I just wanted to say that we've been here 8.5 years, and we've always been asking for communication. Other than, you know, the one notice we would get once a year to a meeting that we couldn't come to because we were up north. That was about all we ever heard. And why can't we have bulletin board postings? Why can't there be more communication as to what's going on so that we know, even though we're not, you know, here all the time, we care about what's going on. And I want to say that this year, since January, we have gotten more communication through this board, and probably because of the email process that we're finally getting going, to actually have an idea of what's going on. Because all we do is hear rumors and all that kind of stuff. And I want to thank you for your efforts, and I hope we can all kind of come together on this. It's going to be rough for a while, but I think with everybody's help that's doing the best they can, it's going to sort itself out.
Thank you,
Thank
Mary.
you.
Thank you very much.
Mary, do you have Peg's website that you can, Peg has a website.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I thank her very much for the pictures and everything. It's been wonderful.
Okay, is any further comments?
One more. I don't understand this. Is it in the bylaws that only the treasurer and one board member does the budget? I would think you would all get together and
That's the point.
That's the point. Well,
That's the point.
I'm getting the point, I guess.
And we actually, at the meeting, the public board meeting that we held back in October last year, that was on the 12th of October, we actually passed a board motion stipulating that from that point on, that's October the 10th of last year, that the budget should always be the product of a majority of the board members, not just one or two as board members, as the case
I don't
had
know
been.
how you want to get away from it.
No, yeah. It wasn't
All right.
All right. Anybody else want to say anything? Yeah, Bunny.
I have one of the things, I know you love the cable, it's sort of nice. You have allocated $9,000 here, then last year we spent $9,722, excuse me, $9,750.
97,000.
97, got my comma in the wrong place. Where are you going to come up with the thing? You're telling me that you're going to drop it down to 90,000?
Good question. No, the contract is up, I think, in
So you want
October.
to ignore it?
We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing.
Because you know they're going to increase the interest
Like,
rate.
you know what? That's a possibility, but it's also a possibility they may decrease it.
You're dreaming.
We snowbird
Funny.
don't want the cable.
You know, Bunny, sometimes you have to talk to people. And do you know what? We met with the Comcast the other day. What, we were there almost 2 hours. It was a very interesting dialogue.
I don't want to take.
So,
That's just simple.
all right, let me finish.
You want to take it? I don't want to take.
So,
That's it.
you know, there's many new technologies out there. So, everything has to be looked at. So, it may be 95,000, it may be 90, who knows? What we're
Jack
gonna
has
do.
something he wants to say.
To answer